Hi, this is Pete Fernbaugh. Welcome to Trinity Talk. My guest today is Rachel Sommers Kemp. She's our brand new communications specialist here at Trinity Health System, and we're happy to introduce her to the community today. Rachel, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You have an interesting background.
You could say that.
Yeah. Now I know he's got thousands of employees, but you were once employed by Elon Musk.
I was.
For Tesla.
Yep.
So give us a little bit of your background, how you got into that job, what your job with Tesla was, and then how you ended up here as communications specialist.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny story. So I was in college. I was actually in my senior year, and I just kind of was like, I need a job for some extra spending money just on the side. I had a friend of a friend who was working at Tesla at our Ross Park Mall location. So put my application in, joined the team as they called it a product specialist back in the day, which is just someone who kind of, talked to people, passersby, and educated them on the products. Very simple, very low key. And then cut to 8 years later, I was there as a service manager in charge of the entire service team in the Pittsburgh area. So it was definitely, it was a peppered background. I started in sales essentially, moved to delivery, then went to service. So I had been in management for the past 8 years.
Interesting. So how tough is it to work for a company run by a man who never sleeps?
It's tough. It's exactly like you can imagine. There's a lot of big pushes. There's a lot of chaos, organized chaos, if you will, and never a dull moment. But yeah, ultimately, I was living in the area in Steubenville and decided I needed kind of a change and needed to move closer to home. So I made the decision to leave. But it was definitely an interesting ride.
Did you get a Tesla as a department?
Not yet. Yeah. That's the first question everyone asks.
I'm sure.
Everyone asks that. So I like to say I'm waiting.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait. I have a feeling a next big model is gonna come out. So maybe sometime in the near future. But
yes.
Yeah.
When you were working there, what were some of the skills? First of all, where did you go to college?
So I went to Robert Morris University up in Coraopolis.
And was your major business?
Major was marketing.
Major was marketing. Okay.
Yep.
Did you always aspire to work for a big, kind of gigantic startup like Tesla? Was that
I don't think so. I don't know if I really gave it much thought. I think when the opportunity presented itself, I took it and just kept moving forward. I think the coolest part is being able to say that I worked for Tesla and a giant corporation like that.
Right.
But yeah, so my degree was in marketing. I did more of the management side of things in Tesla. And like I said, I was the manager of our delivery team and then our service department toward the end.
I remember we talked before and you mentioned that it was a lot of 12-hour days, 14-hour days, obviously not conducive to raising a family.
Yes.
So when you made the change, were you looking for a position similar to what you were hired to do here at Trinity?
I was looking for this exact position.
Oh, terrific.
Yeah, it's funny. This is the perfect position for me. I really like engaging with people. And ultimately, like you said, that work-life balance is what I was looking for.
Right.
I think that is crucial to any person's success. And, I have a little one at home now, so I want to be able to spend time with him and, be there for all of the events and to, have dinner with him at night. So this has truly been perfect. It's family at Trinity has been awesome. And I wasn't expecting to come into an environment that, was really conducive to my home life, being flexible, and also the supportiveness of just the team in general. So it's been great.
That's great to hear. When you're a communication specialist.
Yeah.
I almost said community organizer again.
Well, they go hand in hand, really.
Kind of, yeah. So the main goal of your job is to reach out to the community. You're obviously not working on the healthcare end of things. You're working on the marketing end of things. And so when people see a community event sponsored by Trinity, such as Walk with a Doc, Pink Power Night, or Crimson events, Cardiovascular Symposium, that's you spearheading the organization of that. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I have a hand in it. It's definitely a team initiative with all of our marketing team. But yeah, that's sort of me, essentially. I do a lot of health fairs, I do a lot of career fairs, I do a lot of just events that you see in the community that are smaller events, just to get Trinity's name out there and kind of be a representative for Trinity. That's my main goal.
Some of the other work you do is just forming relationships with
Right.
businesses, correct?
Yeah, correct. We do a lot with the Jefferson County Chamber of Commerce. So we do a lot of events with them. We do a lot of the other businesses in the area. We're super close with Valley Hospice, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, just forming those relationships, you know, helping them, helping us. It's a community goal, essentially.
Right.
So anything that helps the community as a whole is what we're trying to do.
So Trinity Health System sponsors a lot of other events that they're not necessarily staging,
Sure.
but we have a presence at, such
Sure.
as the annual golf classic that the Chamber holds.
Right.
There are various, oh my gosh, I mean, you could set
There's
your
too many to count.
Yeah, you could set your calendar to it.
Right.
So lest people think there's a lot of downtime, there's not,
Oh my gosh, no.
because it's one event leading to another.
Yeah, and there does need to be a presence of a Trinity representative at those events so we can speak on, you know, what we offer, what we are doing to better the community as a whole. And if people have questions, we need to be able to answer those. So yeah, it's a lot of attending those events and just being there as kind of a communications specialist,
Right.
if you will.
How does the community respond when you reach out to them, you're trying to form a relationship, or in your case, maintain relationships formed by your predecessor? How do they respond to being involved with Trinity?
It's been great so far. Everyone who I've worked with has been super supportive. They seem excited to work with Trinity. You know, I know Trinity is a pillar of our community here.
Right.
So it's been really collaborative. Everyone's been super supportive, like I said. And kind of just like I touched on, what we can do to help our community and help the patients that we serve.
Right.
A lot of businesses that we partner with, it kind of overlaps with what we are trying to accomplish in the healthcare industry, just in the community.
I know that it's also, your position also involves having a presence at different events that are taking place within Trinity.
Right.
Being seen at cancer center events,
Sure.
being seen at prime time, all of those.
Sure.
So it's a lot of overlap. It's a lot of
Right.
socializing. Are you a people person?
I like to think I'm a people person.
That's great.
People have told me that I'm a people person.
That's great.
Yeah, I definitely love building those relationships, and I am blessed with the gift of gab, so that doesn't hurt.
That helps. When you approach someone, what is your hook for an organization to get involved with us?
I think just being genuine, coming to them from a place of education and how we can serve each other, and kind of finding that common ground of how I can help them, how they can help us, and what our goal is as, you know, being a hospital, being a healthcare industry. Yeah, that's the goal.
When one of the main things, this is a monthly event that you organize, both at, I think it's now at Steubenville YMCA,
Yeah.
and now down at the Ohio Valley Mall is
Yep.
Walk with a Doc.
Right.
I've told people about this event and they're like, what's that?
Yep.
Yeah.
We have mixed reviews. People have either heard of it a million times or they haven't heard of it at all.
It's a really cool thing though. Now it's a national organization,
Right.
correct? National nonprofit, and we're one of the chapters
Correct.
with
Yeah.
Walk with a Doc. But the whole goal is to get a doc out there to interact. And I know it's open to anybody, but it's largely the senior community
Yeah.
who shows up. So walk us through that. Walk us through that
We'll walk
event and tell us, just describe that to anyone who hasn't heard
Yeah,
about it.
so Walk with the Doc it's a very casual way to interact with a physician provider, as well as get some exercise. So it's twofold, really. What our goal is to try and empower people to get out there and exercise and make it sort of a low stress environment where it's a daily habit that you're doing. The second part of it is also to build that relationship with doctors, physicians, providers, the healthcare industry, whoever that representative is. We want the public to feel comfortable around them, to ask questions, whatever they're curious about, even if it's not something, you know, even if it's not their doctor, they feel comfortable to ask anything that's on their mind. It helps to give more, you know, reliable medical information out there to the public.
Right.
And like I said, build that rapport. Sometimes I think, you know, providers or the healthcare industry has it's intimidating. It's, you know, I know when I go to my doctor, it's sort of, you know, he has a limited amount of time. I don't want to take up too much time. Am I going to remember to ask this question? It's kind of stressful, and you view doctors as, you know, you hold them to very high standard, as they should be held.
Right.
But we want people to feel comfortable around them and not have that intimidation factor.
What I think is cool about the Walk with the Doc program is, as you said, it's not in a formal setting. It's at a mall or the
Very
YMCA.
casual.
Yeah. It's an hour, right? Hour to 2
it's
hours?
an hour.
And so you walk around the facility.
Right.
And as you said, they have a chance to ask. And we have doctors and other medical specialties volunteering every month to join.
Yep.
And to lead the walk. And it gives people a chance to talk to them in an authentic
Correct.
way that isn't in some waiting room or
Right.
isn't in the checkout room or wherever,
Yep.
emergency room or wherever they happen. What has been your experience with the event so far in your role?
It's definitely been challenging, I would say. You know, more in St. Clairsville, I know since it is at the Ohio Valley Mall, we do have walkers who come, they're a part of it, it's kind of built in. We have that little community down there. We did just recently move from the Steubenville Mall to the YMCA here. So I think it's been a little bit challenging just to get people over to the YMCA.
Right.
It is a completely free event, so I don't know if maybe some people think that you have to pay for the YMCA to get, you know, to be a part of this event. Yeah, we are trying to boost up our attendance at the Steubenville YMCA for our Walk with Doc events.
And I'm hoping to support you on my end with that, providing coverage for that and more word of mouth. We have, as we're recording this, but it comes around every year, is Pink Power Night.
Yep.
So we've talked about how you engage with businesses, you engage with the senior community.
Right.
Pink Power Night is specifically focused on women.
Correct.
And Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yep.
And drawing attention to that. But it's the goal of, what is the goal of Pink Power Night?
So the goal of Pink Power Night is to just raise awareness for breast cancer. We want to acknowledge survivors, celebrate survivors, celebrate anyone going through treatment currently, as well as raise awareness. We have a lot of vendors there who are educational based. We have support groups there for people going through it currently. But that's mainly the goal. This is a completely free event. We are literally just there to raise awareness and celebrate the survivors.
Women can do at this event. There's pampering.
Yes, lots of pampering, lots of shopping, what we love.
Yes, and I believe, is there a massage specialist that's there?
So I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. We might have an educational sort of specialist there, but yeah, we also have a speaker, Dolores Presley.
That's right, yep.
She's awesome. You know, she's been on Oprah, Entertainment Tonight, all of the big news networks, so we're super excited to have her speak. She's going to be, so the way that the night is supposed to be set up essentially is you come in, we do some shopping, eat a little bit, drink a little bit, and then toward the end of the night is the educational part of it. We're going to have a wreath ceremony, we're going to celebrate the survivors, and then we're going to have Dolores speak. And then of course we have some prizes at the end from our vendors, but that's kind of how the night is supposed to be set up. So it's really focused on, you know, women enjoying the night. That's kind of our main goal with this, is we want them to come, relax, you know, kind of forget their troubles and just have a good night overall.
What speaks most to you about your position as you're settling into it? What speaks most to you about it? In a way that maybe managing a big department service area at a company didn't? You
know, as I mentioned, I think that I am a people person through and through. And like we said, Trinity is a pillar of this community. I have grown up in this community. I've, you know, been raised here. So it's really awesome to get out into that community. And I like to think my small part in this, giving back a little bit.
Sure.
Being part of, you know, just trying to help people overall. I think that's really special, and something that a big corporation, you know, if you're working for these massive companies, you kind of lose touch of that.
Yeah.
It becomes more company driven than people driven.
Yeah.
And that's what I really enjoy about this so far.
Yeah, I think what's cool about your job is it shows that you don't have to come to the hospital or to one of our plazas to interact with us.
Sure.
We're willing to get out there and come to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Are there any events that you see on your calendar that you're curious about, that you're looking forward to?
I've been hearing a lot about the Crimson event. I don't know much about it right now, but I do know that is one of our big events. I believe it might be one of our biggest events. So yeah, I've heard a lot of really great things about it. I've seen some photos of what we've done in the past. So I do love event planning. I love an event. I love a party. So I'm really excited to have part in that, and just to see kind of what we do this year. And yeah, I'm excited for it.
So my final question for you is, you know, we're all about human kindness here. It's a great marketing word, but I've never viewed it as that. To me, that just resonates with both the ministry's mission, but also what we should be practicing every day. How does that word, human kindness, what does that mean to you? How does that resonate to you?
I mean, I think that's a great word that can sum up all of our human experience. I think we need more of it. I think that, you know, there's never a reason to be unkind, in my opinion. There's always a reason to be kind and treat people with that human kindness. I think especially in the healthcare industry, we need that.
Yeah.
You want to feel respected, you want to feel safe, you want to feel comfortable. A lot of people who come to us don't want to be here. So I think that human kindness it goes a long way.
And I think that's what I love about all the events we stage. There's such it's a positive force.
Right.
There's nothing negative about it. There's nothing noisy or political or anything that is haunting people today.
Right.
It's as you were talking about the empowerment, we really try to create an event or create a series of events or sponsor a series of events that give us a break from our daily lives.
Sure.
So I'm really excited to see what you do with the role, and I'm really excited. I think you've already been awesome. So.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying.
You're welcome.
No, it's been great so far. I mean, everyone has been very welcoming, very supportive.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us today,
thank
Rachel.
you.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you again next time.